So this video was originally supposed to go up a couple of hours ago, but in the middle of making it, I went out my office door and there was my hat sitting on the ground. Dexter had literally eaten my hat, so I had to rush him to the vet. They got it out of him, so he's doing good now, for anyone who's wondering. I tweeted about it earlier, so sorry that this video was out a little bit later. I'm gonna do a little bit of faster editing, so it might not be edited as nicely as it normally is. Now, what is this video actually about? It's about the new Zombies Outbreak mode, and this is the trailer that you're seeing here. Unfortunately, I can't play the sound for it because it is copyrighted music. If you want to see my original reaction to it, I did a reaction video on my second channel. It'll be linked down in the description or on the end of the video. But yeah, I put the music in that because if I get a copyright strike on that channel, that's cool. Anyway, so if you want to check that out, link down below. As far as this trailer goes and as far as the information that we got today, it is all about this new Zombies Outbreak mode, which is kind of like a mix between Spec Ops and Zombies on a huge map. So basically, this is on the Fireteam Dirty Bomb maps, but there's also a little bit of a twist to it, as you're going to see as we go throughout this video. So basically what I'm going to be doing in this video is explaining to you exactly what this mode actually is, so you know what you can look forward to. So as always, if you enjoy, hit that like button. Sorry that the video is a little bit late. I'm going to do my best to get it out as fast as possible, but here it is. This is the Zombies Outbreak mode. So first of all, a little bit of backstory on what this is. Essentially, this is an operation put out by Requiem to catch up in their research on their Ethereum crystals to catch up to the Omega Group. And as they find out, once they get to the Ural Mountains, Omega Group is already there, and hence what is happening in these Zombies Outbreak. Now, one thing that is interesting is that they call this Operation Threshold. And what this tells me is that there's going to be various different operations, kind of like there were for Spec Ops in Modern Warfare, that have these different zombies modes and campaigns that you can actually complete. So this is probably going to be the first of many of these that they actually put out. Now, as far as what the gameplay of this is the most interesting part. Essentially, what happens is on the several different Fireteam Dirty Bomb maps, so we have Ruka, we have Alpine, we have Golova, which is the new map, and then we also have Sanatorium. Basically, what will happen at the beginning of a game is you will come in on a helicopter and drop in, and you will have an objective to complete. What that objective is, we'll go into in a minute. There's several different ones of them, but upon completing that objective, you will then get to go to a certain area and have two options. You can either exfil on a helicopter, just like you do in normal zombies mode, or you can go on to the next area. If you go on to the next area, what happens is a portal appears. You go through the portal and it takes you to another location on one of the Fireteam maps. At this time, it'll get more difficult and you will have another mission on that map to complete. So for example, if your first mission is on Ruka, you complete that. The next time it will take you to Alpine and the Golova, and then every single time it will get more difficult, give you a new objective. Now, the other cool thing about this is like an open world experience. Before you do that mission in that area, you can kind of go explore the map, find secrets, and find other missions that you can complete and get certain things like salvage and other things like that to upgrade your weapons. So when you go to decide to exfil or continue your journey, you also have the option to pack-a-punch your weapons, upgrade your weapons, or buy perks. So yeah, perks are in this as well. Now, one thing that I don't know is if there is an end to this. Like, if you complete a certain amount of missions, do you win? I don't know. Or is this endless like normal zombies is? I don't know the answer to that. They haven't said. They also haven't said whether or not there's going to be an Easter egg in this mode like there is in the zombies map. They haven't said. So a couple of interesting things that we still have to find out there. The other thing about this is you may be wondering, why play this? Why do this? Well, you can actually earn new Ethereum crystals. So the raw Ethereum crystals are still there, and those you use to level up your different powers, your perks, your weapons to level 3. After level 3, to level up to level 4, this is new, but as of right now, you can only level up to level 3, but once this comes out, you can actually go all the way up to level or tier 5. So to go to tier 4, you need refined Ethereum crystals, and then go to tier 5, you need flawless Ethereum crystals. And this can be done by completing the missions in here. You can also start to earn them in the normal zombies maps as well, starting at the beginning of season 2. So that's how you level them up to the next levels. All right, so the next thing you need to know about is the different types of missions. So the first one that we have here is probably the most basic. It's defend. So for example, in this picture here, this is on Alpine in one of the ski lodges. If you go inside and start the mission, you then have to defend this area and stop the zombies from attacking the little machine that you're seeing there. You defend it for a certain amount of time, and then if you do so, you complete the mission. That one's probably the most self-explanatory. The second mission that we have is called Escort. This one, basically, you get a rover like you're seeing in the image here. Sometimes they have monkeys in them that you have to escort, and once you do, you have to take it from one location of the map to another and protect it from zombies attacking you and attacking the rover. If you do so, you complete the mission. So the next one's a little bit more confusing. It's called Retrieve, and basically when you spawn into the map on this one, there's going to be 2 different areas where you have to retrieve an Ethereum canister. Once you do so, you then have to go to a moving location on the map, which is what you're seeing in the picture here, which is a rocket. You load the Ethereum canister into the rocket, it launches off, and you have to do this twice, and upon doing so, you complete your mission. The next one's my favorite. It's called Eliminate, and basically this is going to give you the location of different elite zombies across the map. This is good because it'll actually help you complete some of the camo challenges if you haven't already, and on top of this, it's just fun. I like eliminating elites. So with this, several locations, there's going to be different elites, and there are new elites for this mode, like the one that you're seeing here in this image, and once you eliminate a certain amount of them, you then complete that objective. And then finally, you have Holdout, which is essentially hardpoint. It gives you a location on the map that you have to stay within and survive for a certain amount of time. Pretty straightforward. Now, like I said before, upon completing one of these missions, you will then have the option to exfil or go to the next location. Every time you go to the next map, the next location, it'll give you a new objective, it'll get a little bit harder, and it will also give you a chance to upgrade your weapons, pack-a-punch your weapons, buy perks, things along those lines, and the further you go along, the more Ethereum crystals you earn, and of course, like the more XP you earn and things along those lines. The other thing to note just by watching the trailer is there are wonder weapons. So at this point, they haven't said whether there's a mystery box or whether there is a way to unlock them by picking up certain items throughout the map, but there are wonder weapons, and you are going to be able to get those as well. So that's super interesting to me, and I'm also curious to see if there is an Easter egg, and on top of that, if there is a way to win. If you win enough rounds, complete enough missions, do you just win? And I don't know. I don't know the answer to this. That's something that we're going to have to find out once this is actually released with Season 2. The other thing to note is that you can actually play this for free for the first week. Between February 25th and March 4th, there is a free-to-play week, which is also multiplayer as well. So there's various multiplayer modes and maps, one of which is even Apocalypse, the new 6v6 map. And on top of that, the new Outbreak mode is going to be free to play at that time as well. So if you just play Warzone, it'll give you a chance to actually play this, which I think is pretty cool. As far as what my thoughts are on this mode is, honestly, I think it's awesome. I think it's great that they're adding something this big to the game after launch. I kind of wish it was there at launch so that we could have more of these experiences, but nonetheless, I can't really complain about that if they're adding it to the game eventually. Now, the last thing I wanted to touch on is Warzone. Warzone's in the title for the trailer. However, in the trailer, it's nowhere to be found. There's no images or video of this going on in Warzone. So the options for this are, one, it could either be added later into Warzone, but if you look at the roadmap says that it's coming out on day 1 of the season, and there's nothing to be seen for it. So my best guess is that with day 1, there's going to be some sort of challenge event where you have to go around the map finding different zombie stashes, Ethereum crystals, that kind of thing. And then maybe later we get a similar operation like Operation Threshold, but instead of it being on the Fireteam maps, it's on the Warzone map. But as of right now, I don't see it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. So my final thought with this is I just hope it's good, because I don't know if you guys remember, but Spec Ops was in Modern Warfare and it was garbage. It was so buggy. It just didn't work. The rewards weren't good enough. And I'm really hoping this isn't a 2.0 version of that. I hope they really refine this. The objectives feel rewarding. It's fun. I have my fingers crossed, because based off of the trailer and based off of the information in this video, I think it's going to be good. And I have my hopes up. I just hope they don't let me down. That's all I'm saying, like they did with Spec Ops. So let me know what you think of this down in the comments. Sorry for the late video. Sorry for the kind of worse editing than I normally do. But I appreciate the support as always. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. New to the channel, want to stay up to date on everything Call of Duty, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, all that good jazz. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard.